Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Happy Monday. Welcome back to New Tip Daily. This is episode 201. Can you believe it? Incredible. I think actually I'm going to make this season 2, episode 1. What do you think? Let me know in your thoughts and your comments. So it is Business Monday, Labor Day. I know most people are, but it's early in the morning. So I'm doing a working meeting today. I'm super excited about this because it's about me putting together a program, so actually several programs with my new partner, and we are super excited about doing this. So for us, it's not even work, it's just it's incredible because we get to really change lives. And this is why we're doing it, right? To change lives, to make a difference in our world. So I want to talk to you today about time to renew. And literally for me, that means every day. Every day I try to renew myself. But yesterday, I went to Flushing, Queens, New York, which has become a huge hub for the Chinese community, or Asian, if you will. And before the pandemic, it was pretty busy. And I had been there plenty of times, and I believe it has grown exponentially. I mean, it's 4 times crowded. It's like on a Sunday afternoon, it was busier than a Manhattan street at rush hour. It was crazy. Traffic was beyond. The pedestrians were everywhere. Every store was packed. So this is what I want to talk to you about: regaining or staying current. So I went to a particular store. I went to get special herbs. I'm making what we call Dita Jiao, which is a bruise hit liniment that you rub on your skin. And when you get a bruise, instead of it lasting 2-3 weeks, within a couple of days, it is gone. I got to tell you, it's like a magic potion. But it takes about 30 to 32 products that go in it. And I make it with rice wine, and I have to put it in, and basically I have to isolate it, right? It has to go in a dark spot. So it goes in the back of my closet. I cover it, make sure no light gets in it so that it ferment really well. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about the last time that I went to this particular store. Oh, we got an alarm going off. Not sure why, but I went to this particular store, and it was a beautiful store, glass shelves, displays, everything. It was not like that yesterday. The location was still the same. I walked into many different stores. And it was, in the past, you walk into a store, it's pretty open. But now there's like 4 or 5 stores in the same location that one store used to be in. Same craziness. I found the merchant I was looking for, and I got the herbs I needed. But I started talking to them, and I said, things have changed, haven't they? They said, oh, tremendously. So now his store was packed, but now he only occupied 1/5 of the store that he used to occupy the whole space before. And I said, "What's so different?" I wanted to hear it from his point of view. And he says, "We're very crowded. And the reason we're very crowded is because the rents have gone up tremendously. And this is why I'm no longer the only merchant in this space. There was 5 other merchants. It was pretty incredible that if you can take a store, and the store was probably maybe initially, I'm thinking about 1,200 square feet. Now they fit 5 merchants in that particular place. And I went to other stores that I remember going into that they were pretty vast and whatever. Not one store was what it used to be. They all split. It's almost like they became a big, think of Macy's, right? A big, or Waldorf Goodman, a big store, and it became tiny, tiny little stores selling similar merchandise. And when you think about it, they needed to adapt. They needed to renew with the changing times. Think about changing times. So the pandemic created more opportunities for whom? The building owners, the landlords, because they're getting a lot more rent and their places are packed. There was barely any empty lots. There was a few places that were being built up. A few stores were closed because it was Sunday, but it was incredible. And even the restaurants were smaller because now there was 2 restaurants in the place of 1. I could not believe it. And that's Flushing, Queens, New York. I haven't gone lately to Chinatown in New York City. I am curious about how that is functioning. I'm sure it's even worse. But what did the merchant I went to go see? He needed to adapt. And in order to stay in business, he needed to condense his business to a smaller. So now they also ship the products. So now next time I don't even have to go to his store because he told me I brought him a recipe for all the different ingredients I needed. And he goes, "You can always, let me know and I will ship it to you." So now they've adapted to shipping product when before they never did that. So they understood in order to stay in business, they had to do other things, what so many people have. But the sad part is that he could not stay in business like he used to. Now he is confined to a smaller location, sharing the same space with 4 other merchants. It's pretty incredible. But here's the thing. The supermarket that I went to also, I went to one of the Chinese supermarkets. Before, the aisles were pretty wide. Not anymore. Now they have shopping carts, but they were like baby shopping carts. They were half the size, and the aisles got smaller because they had to condense everything. So when I go shopping to a supermarket, several supermarkets near me, the aisles are very wide. You can even get up to 3 carts going across, no big deal, but not in this supermarket. And I went to 2 different supermarkets, same thing. The aisles were so tight that at one point I had to bypass somebody and I had to ask them if they don't mind moving a tiny little bit so I can pass by. That usually doesn't happen in the supermarket I go to. So we need to learn to adapt to changing times. And I want to also let you know that the Chinese community that I recall has grown tremendously. There was a neighborhood that I used to go through before I got to the Chinese community. That neighborhood is gone. The whole place is now Chinese community, Chinese store after Chinese store. Everything. In the past, you used to be able to read English. There's no more, it's all in Chinese characters. So I'm able to go and know because I can read some of those characters, but not all of them. So some of them I didn't even know what kind of store it was until I actually walked into it. It was pretty fascinating when we see that there's growth, but then there's also, because of growth, we have to adapt. And all the store owners whom I've seen before had to adopt. They needed to stay in business. So in order for them to stay in business, they had to share the space that they normally would have had as a one store. Think about it, 1,800 square feet for one shop owner now occupies 5 to 6 shop owners. Very little condensed spots. Really, really incredible. But what also comes to mind is resiliency. We need to be resilient in order to stay current, to stay in business, to stay on top of things. When we consider all the things that happen, good morning, James. Thank you for joining me, buddy. So, when we consider all the things that we need to do to continue in this crazy world of business, we need to adapt. And I got to be honest with you. I have a large martial arts school. I have a 10,000 square foot facility. I have a wood shop that's about 2,000 square feet. And I can't imagine having my wood shop with sharing a wood shop with 5, 6 other people, or sharing my martial arts school with 10,000 square feet. That would be like 20 different martial arts schools. My students would be stuck in a little spot. My coaching business, I don't want 5,000 clients in order to stay alive in that business. I want quality. So sometimes we have to consider, what business are we in? How can we help other people? It is changing times, my friends. I encourage you to always elevate, and every day you need to renew yourself. I want to thank you for joining me on Coaching Call, New Heroes Rising, The Seer Show, New Tip Daily, all of my different shows, Business Prowess, all of these shows I do because I have a passion for helping people. And the reason I created 5 different shows, I've even considered a 6th, is because I want to continue to bring value to people in different settings, different types of coaching, because I believe we need to renew ourselves on a daily basis. I do it every day. One of the things I talk about is gratitude. I do have an amazing program that me and my partner have put together, and we're going to bring it really out to the public soon. And it's called the Gratitude X Factor. I want to share that with you. If anybody's interested, DM me. The Gratitude X Factor. That's one of many different programs that we are excited to be bringing out to people. How are you gratitude? How do you show your gratitude? I show it every morning, every day, in the middle of the day, in the evening. Sometimes I fall asleep just in gratitude. Not sometimes, actually, every evening. I go through my prayers. I consider everyone who's made an impact in my life, including God. So thank you for being here. I truly appreciate you. Thank you for joining me on New Tip Daily. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Make sure to have an exceptional Labor Day. Hug and kiss everyone you know. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. One more thing. Make sure you follow, share, and like these episodes and follow me. I'd love to hear some tips that you may have heard. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care.